With conversion tracking, you can understand how your promoted pins are performing and what they're actually doing for your business. So a conversion is when someone does something on your website, such as sign up for a newsletter or buy a product. So once you're signed into your ads.pinterest.com account, click Ads in the top left nav bar, and then you'll see conversion tracking in that drop-down menu. Click that link. You can track conversions that result from 3 types of activity on Pinterest. So the first one is clicks. This is when someone on Pinterest clicks your pin and is redirected to your website, therefore leaving Pinterest. Next are repins and close-ups. When someone repins your pin or clicks to see a close-up of it, they're just simply staying on Pinterest, but engaging with your pin. Finally are views. This is just when somebody sees your pin on a Pinterest feed. So to access conversion tracking, just click the Ads menu in the top nav bar, and then select Conversion Tracking from that drop-down menu. On this page, you'll want to click the Create Tag button. On this Create a Pinterest Tag page, simply name your tag, then click the Generate Code button. So the Pinterest tag has 2 components. First is the base code. The base code is code that you place on every page where you want to track visitors or these conversion events. The specific event code is in addition to the base code, and it's only placed on the selected pages where the event occurs. So you can use this event code on various pages of your website. Anywhere you want to track specific events, collect detailed event info, possibly refine audiences, rather than the general traffic from your whole website, maybe just people visiting a certain page, such as the checkout or the thank you page after a sign up. So one thing to remember though, the base code must appear only once on a page and must run before running the event code. So I've named my Pinterest tag. Now you will need to install this Pinterest tag to start tracking conversions and traffic on your website. So this first part, this is what I'm talking about, the base code or the Pinterest tag code. This is the initial set of code that you have to install on every page of your website. So this base code, or the primary code for the Pinterest tag, allows you to build audiences. So you only need to generate 1 base code per website. After you generate your base code, it is best practice to place this code across every page of the website. So the easiest way to do this is to copy and paste this base code between the head tags and the HTML of the website. Just remember, the base code must appear only once on each page and run before the event code. So for this example, in my client's WordPress website backend, I'll click Appearance in the left sidebar, then click Editor, then select the theme header file, and then scroll down to edit the head coding. So I'll just paste this base code or Pinterest tag code before the closing head tag. As you can see, I pasted it right before the closing head tag. So now that we have the base tracking code installed across our entire website, we can go one step further and install event tracking, such as page visit, searches, checkout, leads, add to cart. So Pinterest event tracking is to track conversions for each of these specific events. And these events are in addition to the base code. So you're not changing the base code. This is additional coding for each separate event. Events include page visit. This is to record views of primary pages or product pages or blog pages, whatever specific page you want to create an audience around or an event. There's a view category event. This is great for e-commerce websites. So say people view the category of shoes, that's an event now. We can create an event around that and then create an audience around that and retarget to people specific promoted pins just about shoes. There's a search event, which records searches on your website. The add to cart event. This is great for retargeting people who have maybe only added items to cart but never made it to the checkout page. Then there's the checkout event. This is great for retargeting people upsells because you know they've already made a purchase. There's the watch video event. You can track people who have viewed a video on your website. The sign up event, record people who've signed up for products, services, newsletter, and so on. The lead event, maybe people who have shown interest for a product or signed up for a forum or ebook on your site. And then there's custom event. This is to track those custom things on your website that are special and don't land in any of these other categories. The great thing about adding event tags to your website not only is conversion tracking, but you'll also be building an audience of these users right in your Pinterest account that you can retarget with ads in the future. Like I mentioned, people who added something to their cart but never checked out. There's a great audience to retarget with promoted pins. So like I mentioned, the event code must run after the base code. Typically, this means the event code should be placed after the base code in HTML, but just on the specific page you're seeking to track this event. So as you can see, in the head tag of this page, here's the base code. I pasted this checkout event code right after this pixel base code, but still before that closing head tag. So since the event code must run after the base code, remember the page loads top down. So head section, body section, footer section. A simple way to install a Pinterest event code on this specific web page you want to track is to just paste that event code before the closing body tag on that specific page. So for example, if you wanted an event for newsletter signups, that would be a page visit. When people have gotten to the thank you page for signing up for that newsletter, that's a page visit. So I'll put that Pinterest event code before the closing body on that page. And the nice thing about this, you're not really going into coding. You're simply pasting this at the end of the page or post form for that specific page. So this makes it easy to install these Pinterest events for page signups, for page visits, checkouts, and so on. You're just pasting this Pinterest event code at the end of the page or post body field. So for conversion tracking and reporting via these event codes, you must specify one of the Pinterest event types in the event code, as shown in this example in the color blue. This example is tracking the event checkout. You must also replace your tag ID with your Pinterest tag ID, which is found in the base code. So again, the base code will be pasted before the closing head tag on your site's theme header, so that base code loads on every page. But this specific checkout script, or Pinterest event code for checkout, I'm going to just paste this into the body of my checkout page, my checkout thank you page, because I know once this loads, that person has reached the checkout page. So to make it easy on you to simply copy and paste this event code template, check out the external resources link from this lecture, and there you'll be able to copy and paste these varying event code templates. So once you have your base code installed and any specific event codes installed on your website, click the Done button on this Pinterest tag page. So when you're signed into your Pinterest ads and you click the Ads tab in the top left nav bar, this is the dashboard that will be shown to you. So to access your Pinterest conversion tracking data, click the View All button next to either one that you want to look at the conversion tracking for. So I personally like to drive a lot more traffic campaigns. Those are traffic specifically to my website rather than engagement, which are repins. I personally get more bang for the buck by driving people directly to my website. So now you can see I'm on my traffic campaigns page. From here, just choose the date range that you want to export data for in the top right of the screen. Then click the Export Data button next to it. This will export the data into an Excel spreadsheet. As you scroll right in the columns in this file, you'll see the total conversions tracked for each specific type of tag on your website. You can also analyze your conversions via the Export Data button on the conversion tracking page. So again, under Ads, click Conversion Tracking, then click the red Export Data button in the top right. In this pop-up, you can specify what campaigns, conversions, attribution windows, date range, and what else you want output in this Excel file.